Hume was born in 1711 and lived to 1776. So he's bang in the middle of the 18th century. And he was born in Scotland. So he's Scottish born and was actually raised as a Scottish Presbyterian. His father died when he was young. He was raised by his mother. His mother, by all accounts, was a Orthodox Christian. His uncle, if I recall correctly, was actually an ordained Church of Scotland minister. So he was raised in a Scottish Presbyterian environment. He would have been familiar, no doubt, with the Westminster Standards, the Westminster Confession, although it's quite clear that early on in his life he developed a skeptical bent. There's various factors, I think, at play there, but he does make some comments about how he became interested in the arguments of natural theology, and on reading them, found them very disappointing. Now, to what extent that was due to a sober, rational assessment of them, or due to certain instincts or inclinations or just constitutional skepticism is another matter. But yeah, he was raised in this Presbyterian, very Protestant environment. But as I say, early on, he indicates that for him, the doctrinal claims of the Christian faith are, if not false, not sufficiently justified. They're not rationally justified. And he becomes much more enamored with ancient Greco-Roman thought, particularly their approach to ethics over against the Christian natural law approach. And he just sort of sets himself on a trajectory away from Orthodox Christianity without ever formally, announcing an apostasy. It's clearly implied in what he says, but even to his deathbed, I think he would have said that he was a Christian, but the content of that would have been very thin. It would be more in terms of just a very cultural acceptance of certain moral norms, but certainly in no orthodox sense was he a believing Christian.